Who's there? It's just me, Stuff, with T-Ravis. Welcome to Bukoff News Special Report. So today, we're going to be having a breaking news trial on who killed the third part of Jeff. As you can see, there's only two cacti on Jeff, and there was a third. Parker and Jason's room, it was the representative, and now it's dead. So we're having a trial to see who killed it. Come in. The defense attorney, David Denniston. The accused, Adam Dumas. The prosecutor, Parker Gillespie. You got your jury over here, Mr. Blaine Byam.
All rise.
And our honorable judge, Jason Big Kahuna Childress.
Court is now in session. Prosecutor, you may make your opening statement.
I hereby declare charges against thee, Badam Boomis, for cacticide, which is defined as the act of intentional harm against a cactus. Unbelievable. One account of this, such action against this man right here. That is what the state is charging.
Very good, Parker.
So do I call my witness now?
No,
Sit down.
Okay.
Defense, you may make your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, honorable member of the jury, the prosecution has no, and I mean no, proof whatsoever against my client. As you just heard, he made up the charge and didn't even get it properly right. And in fact, we were not notified of the charges until he stood in this very spot 20 seconds ago and told you what they were. This is prosecutorial misconduct, and as a result, I am filing a motion with the judge to have these charges thrown out and just call this whole trial a mistrial. Thank you.
Boo! Your motion has been denied.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to approve at least part of it.
No, you don't.
Yes, he does.
I care.
I call Dustin Rohde. What is it, Rusty?
Joe.
No, hold on, sorry.
Witness, come out.
Alright. Rusty Dustin.
Witness, get out here.
Sorry, I had something in my throat. Thank you, please take a seat, sir. Thank you. For animosity purposes, he's wearing clothing.
I hope so. Listen,
Oh my God.
Sir, please take a seat. My first question for the witness is...
Objection!
Order!
Sir, I'm like, what? There's being money exchanged over here.
No.
My first question for the witness is, where did what you see take place?
It happened right here in this very courtroom.
Oh my.
Yes.
My second question for the witness. When did what you see take place?
I would say it was carried out over time. Yeah, I would say.
Can you please state a time frame?
Well, I would say from the very first day the cactus was adopted.
Sounds pretty sus.
Until the day it died. Yes, it was an awful plot.
Thank you. Now, my next question moves into a little bit different topic. Who did you see?
Well.
And what did you see?
Objection, that was two questions.
Overruled.
Your Honor.
Watch your tone.
I believe that Mr. Boomis is the primary caregiver.
That's not true!
Sit back down.
Order! Sit down, Mr. Boomis.
Can you describe what you mean when you say caregiver?
Well, you see, he was the one who watered it. He's the one who put it outside. He's the one who took it for walks. And
I miss those walks. Such a sweet boy.
Quiet.
he's the one who formalized the 3 names of the 3 cactus. So even though each room was responsible for 1/3, Mr. Boomis took care of all of them.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any idea? Can you describe any motivation that you think that this man would have in doing such actions that you have described previously?
You know, I just think that he didn't want your 3rd to be alive anymore. He wanted his to be the only 3rd living, and so he did whatever he could to kill 1/3 of the cactus.
Now, sir, as a witness, I must ask just to verify your witnessy. How often were you around the prosecuted and the area that the crime took place in?
Yeah. Well, you see, I don't live here, but I basically
Objection!
live here.
Overruled.
Didn't even say what my objection was.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Thank you. Mr. Jody, you said that Mr. Boomis was the primary caregiver. Do you have any reputable proof to back that up?
Well, he's the one who watered it.
So you never saw anybody else water the said cactus?
No.
That is incorrect, sir. I happen to know for a fact that both myself and
Your Honor, he
Mr.
brings up
Bynum-
no proof. He's
Watered
stating statements.
Order!
I'm just the witness. I'm just saying what I saw.
Well, I believe. You said you didn't live here. Is that correct?
I don't sleep here, but otherwise I'm here.
So you're not here all the time.
No.
So there is a great chance that you could have missed myself or Mr. Bynum taking care of said cactus.
Well, I leave after y'all go to bed. I get here before y'all wake up.
That is incorrect. I have been up many mornings where you have not been here, so I'd like the court to know. I'd also like to ask you, there appear to be 2 cactuses up here of the original 3. You noted that you guessed, I would actually say, that Mr. Dumas wanted our cactus to be the only 3rd left alive. Mr. Boomis, pardon me, my other client. Now I noticed that there's still 2 up here. So if he wanted just to be us, why wouldn't he kill both at the same time? Make it look like a murder-suicide, if you will.
Because then it would be like he was the only one left, and it'd be like, it's you. You're the one who did this. But now it's like up in the air who did it.
Oh, it is up in there. Will you say that again, please? A little bit louder for the
Your Honor, he doesn't know this. He's asking questions that aren't relevant to what he witnessed.
Your Honor, the man just said.
He's making inferences based on your statements.
Your Honor, this witness is a sham.
He just said the words.
You inferred to him to say those statements after your
One
statements.
more word, and I will have you thrown in jail for contempt, Mr. Boomis.
Put that away. Or I will quit representing you.
And bribery.
All right.
I'm a federal judge.
I have no more questions, Your Honor. Thank you.
The witness is excused. Defense, you may call your witness.
Your Honor, the defense would like to call the Honorable J.P. Rhodey to the stand. So, Mr. Rhodey, please state your full name.
Mr. Rhodey, have a seat.
Tapping everybody up. Alright, Mr. Rhodey, did you ever see anybody besides Mr. Boomis water the cactus?
I've seen you.
Yes, you might have. Did you ever see Mr. Bynum water the cactus?
No.
Do you happen to believe the last witness tried to tell us that they implied that Mr. Boomis was the one who wanted it? He thought that he wanted the cactus. Do you have any thoughts about that? Since we're allowed to have thoughts now?
I mean,
Tread lightly.
he might have been a little negligent, but
The man took the cactus for walks.
I don't think I don't think he was intentionally doing it, so.
No, it's not intentional.
Yeah.
Thank you. Do you think anybody else had a hand in killing Cactus?
Even though the caregiver's actions may have weakened the cactus, I saw who actually finished.
There was somebody who finished off the Cactus? Mr.
Yes.
Reed? Is that person in the room with us right now?
They are.
Can you please point to that person? The
Lies.
cameraman.
Lies.
Oh, wait, are you telling me? You're saying,
Order!
Your Honor, my witness just testified that the cameraman killed the Cactus, which I'll have you note was also not his room's. He might have wanted the only cactus alive.
This is again a statement. He has no evidence. Merely a
Evidence,
statement.
schmevidence. The prosecution has the burden of proof, and they have proved nothing beyond, I think that Mr. Dumas might have intended to.
That's right.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I would like to bring up one point. What's to say that this man isn't in so-called cahoots with these gentlemen right here? There's nothing to say that they did not.
Objection! Speculation! He said, what's to say? There's nothing to say that. There's no evidence.
Your Honor,
This is
I have
a
a
court of
document.
law.
Sustained.
I have a document.
Objection.
A document. See.
Objection!
That's
Jury tampering, Your Honor.
sustained. Watch it.
Yeah. You're not allowed to see this, sir.
Objection! This evidence was never shown to the defense in discovery.
Objection.
Yeah, it's being shown to you right now, sir. Sit down.
That's not how discovery works.
Sir, sit down.
Your Honor,
You're,
this court
sir,
this should be
you need to
thrown out
sit
of
down.
court.
You're going to be able to see it in just a second, sir.
That's not how discovery works.
Sir, I'm sorry.
You are a
You need to-
two-bit
you need to
prosecutor.
sit down.
Overruled. Have a seat.
Did you get your prosecutorial license on the
Sit
cracker
down.
jack box?
Calm down.
Order, please.
Your Honor, we'd like to be able to see the charges made against my client.
The only charges made against your client is what's already been previously stated.
You have more evidence you didn't turn over in discovery.
That's not another charge, sir.
Counselor.
There was no. You didn't turn any over evidence either.
I didn't have any evidence. You didn't make any charges.
Mr. Juryman.
Your Honor, may we read the document now? Can I approach the bench?
I don't believe this is necessary, Mr. Defense.
Are you ready to make your ruling?
No, I have one more witness I'd like to call when this man is done. It'll be very quick.
I have one final statement to sum up everything. So what we've learned here today is the first witness has blamed Adam as the caregiver, the primary caregiver for the said victim, and in doing so points the blame to this man as he, and I will recall to what he said, from day one, the first day that the thing was adopted, until the last day till it died. Meaning that the whole time, he knew from the beginning, he bought this plant.
Objection! Fake facts. I have the receipt. I paid my money for that plant.
He got this plant, and the whole time planned to be the sole owner of the last plant standing. He knew this whole time. He knew this whole time that he was going to murder the other two. I rest my case.
I think you're free. I don't judge it.
Witness is excused.
Hey, sit back down. You're not done yet. I have
Mr. Loomis, have a seat.
Can I make a closing statement, Your Honor?
You may.
What we've seen here today is a tragedy of our great justice system.
I agree.
Not
Get
only
down off the
has
stage.
the prosecution railroaded my defendant, he has failed to meet his burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt that my defendant was the only one who watered that plant. We've introduced into this court huge speculation from his first witness. And we have the second witness who said not only that he saw me water it, but that he pointed that man as the killer. You have no proof, Mr. Jury.
Is it true that that man is also friends with you? That you spend hours and hours with that man?
Your Honor, he is interrupting my statement.
Why?
Thank you, Mr. Prosecutor.
There is not...
I like your shirt.
Shut up. There is not, beyond a burden of proof, beyond a reasonable doubt, burden of proof, that my defendant killed Jesus. I rest my case. Thank you, Your Honor.
The jury member and I have a discussion before our final ruling.
The jury has made their decision. Will the accused please stand? For the charge of cacticide, the jury finds Mr. Boomis not guilty. Based on new evidence and the testification of one of our witnesses, we now charge Mr. Murdising with first-degree cacticide. Mr. Murdising, will you please stand?
No.
I don't know. But
He
no, listen. I hereby do it.
That's all for stuff. T-Ravis. Hope you liked the video. Hope you like and subscribe, and I hope you watch more Bukoff news.